YouTube, what's up? This is your boy DJ Troy in the building. I hope everybody is good. Hope everybody is having a good December the 21st, right? December 21st, 2014. A couple of days before Christmas. I would like to follow up on my last video and talk about some other issues that's going on. First of all, again, my condolences to the NYPD's family who have been suffering for the past 2 days with this madness that has just happened. In case you have actually been under a rock, you know, there was 2 NYPD officers who were assassinated, who was gunned down violently by a career criminal. Now, the reaction to this have been crazy, okay? First of all, people are calling for the resignation of the New York City's Mayor Bill DeBlasio, which I personally think is nonsense. Because, as I said before, if you want to blame Bill DeBlasio for this cop being killed, for these 2 police officers being killed, then you must blame him for shooting his girlfriend in Baltimore too. Okay? It is clear. Anybody that does a psychoanalysis of this young man, look at his criminal history, knows that this guy has serious issues. Okay? So don't blame the mayor. Don't blame anybody. Blame it on the individual that has done it. He heard something and he went off the rails. Okay? Because millions of people are upset that, you know, young black men are being killed. Okay? But they're not attacking cops. If you look at one of the latest Daily News headline, it stated clearly, over the past 15 years, 179 black men or people of color were killed by the NYPD, and there wasn't even one conviction. Okay? There wasn't even one conviction. This is crazy. Okay? So you cannot blame the mayor. You cannot blame people for protesting against injustice. I keep on saying this, and you know, some of my YouTube fans, they're going crazy. They're like, oh, I'm dumb, I'm stupid. But come on, man. You're going to tell me that it's okay to just keep on killing people? You're going to tell me that it's okay for these 2 police officers to be killed? I mean, what's wrong with your brain? I'm getting all types of weird comments like, really? It's okay for the police officers to be killed? It is okay for Michael Brown and Eric Gardner to be killed? No, it isn't. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Okay? And as many sane people have been saying, the only way to reach a solution to this madness is for peaceful dialogue. Okay, it's for peaceful, non-violent protests. Okay, and before we try to go through the mudslinging, let us at least be able to bury these 2 police officers with dignity and respect. Okay, because one police officer died, leaving 2 sons behind. Okay, another police officer died, leaving his wife with a house mortgage and a sick mother to take care of. Okay? So innocent lives are going to be completely altered for all eternity because of the actions of somebody who is not stable, who has had issues. When you hear reports that this man, okay, his own mother is afraid of him, the shooter's mother was afraid of him. When you hear that, you know that something isn't right. This guy should have been seeking help a long time ago. Okay? So nobody is to be blamed but the individual himself. I cannot stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, and Mayor DeBlasio is doing the best that he can for New York City. For crying out loud, the man just put over $400 million. Yes, people, $400 million to protect police officers. Okay, and the unemployment in certain lower class neighborhood is ridiculous. Okay, so let's not get into this. And it's not about any race. I've been hearing this race argument thrown around so much. It's like people are going crazy. People are saying, oh, it should have been white police officers that got killed. I'm like, really? People are saying, oh, if it was white police officers, it would have been worse. Really? Are we that crazy to even go there? I mean, for Christ's sake, 2 individuals lost their life. Let's stay there. Okay, and after the healing process has begun, let's get back to the marching and get back to the protesting. Okay, because regardless of what people are saying, there is the policing of America. There is issues there that has to be dealt with. That has to be dealt with. Okay, that has to be dealt with. But under no circumstances, okay, this should have happened. 2 innocent cops should have never gotten killed like that. It shouldn't have happened. I cannot stress this enough. There's no winners in this situation. Everybody lost. Everybody lost. There's nobody that win. Nobody's going to bed happy about this situation. Nobody. Neither Al Sharpton, neither Barack Obama, nobody's happy about this. Okay, because all it does is just pour more gasoline on a fire that's already been lit. Okay, so for all the people who are going crazy out there, I beg of you to just keep calm, continue with your non-violent protests. Okay, continue to pay tributes to these 2 officers that lost their lives in the line of duty. Okay, lost their life innocently by someone who already had problems. Okay, moving on a side note, I could remember a pastor was making a statement in church, and he said that at one point in time he had a girlfriend who was about to commit suicide. Okay, so he was there with her. She came to him and said, listen, I feel like if I want to kill myself. You know what he did? He looked for his keys and he drove off. Everybody in the church started to laughing. I myself wanted to know, like, was this guy crazy? You know, and eventually the pastor went on to say, listen, sometimes when you're in a terrible situation and you see people about to do crazy things, you need to leave them alone. This individual who executed these police officers, he went to his girlfriend with the gun to his head, claiming that he wants to commit suicide. By the way, he tried this a couple of times before. Then after that, she convinced him not to do it, not to kill himself. Okay? What happened? Before he left her house, he ended up shooting her. Okay? What that pastor said all of a sudden when I heard that situation made a lot of sense. As a side note, sometimes you gotta run. If a situation doesn't feel right, you have to run. Moving on now to the situation with North Korea. Recently, it's been reported that North Korea is experiencing a serious amount of internet outage. Okay? Now, everybody on the blogs and the internet, on Twitter, are going crazy and saying, okay, Sony shouldn't have pulled the movie The Interview off because of threats from North Korea. Then President Obama reacted and said, okay, there's going to be repercussions for North Korea basically hacking into Sony because the hacking scandal was tied to North Korea. Now, North Korea is experiencing internet outage. And everybody's wondering, did America do it? We don't know. We have to wait and see. Moving on to the mending relationships of Cuba and the United States of America. So, President Barack Obama, after many years of back and forth between Cuba and the United States, he has decided to relax some of the policies with trading and visiting Cuba. And for those people who aren't up on the history, the main strive or the main problem between Cuba and the United States is the issue of capitalism versus communism. Free market enterprise versus a closed market enterprise. But at the same time too, Cuba has one of the best healthcare systems in the world. Stating clearly, Barack Obama decided to relax all laws, or most of the laws rather, okay, because it's not that clear, it's not that open again. Because at first, Americans were able to only send $500 to Cuba at a time. Now they could send $2,000. The unlimited amount hasn't reached there. There still needs to be work between the United States and Cuba. So, wishing, the Cubans and the Americans the best in this newfound relationship, and hopefully it could help both countries in some sort of way. Christmas is about to be upon us. I know Hanukkah is going to be ending soon. Happy holidays to all. As this holiday season comes towards you, I always want my fans all over the world, whether you might be in Thailand, Sri Lanka, Russia, because my fans are all over the world. I always want you to put your best foot forward and do what's right for humanity. As we all know, from cases like Rwanda and from the massacre that's going on in Syria down to present day United States of America, New York, where 2 cops was recently shot. Violence solves nothing. It might answer problems. It might bring a solution temporarily, but in the end, it doesn't solve the whole problem. People need dialogue. You need to dialogue not only with your family, you need to dialogue with your government, you need to dialogue with everyone around you. You have to talk. With that said, this is your boy DJ Troy in the building. Peace out. Shout outs to all my peoples that's doing it big in the world. Continue to keep your head up and do what's right. Peace.